Hey everyone, welcome to the Nerd Herder Show. I'm Rich.
I'm Nick.
We're from the Over a Beer channel, and we're here for a very special discussion. This week we had the poster for Star Wars released, as well as the final trailer. So we're here to speculate on kind of what they mean.
Yes. There has been an awakening.
Yes.
And we have felt it. This is big to do.
Yeah.
Force Awakens is like a real thing that is really happening.
Mm-hmm.
I know this because I have tickets.
I as well.
We were able to secure tickets. I can't wait. Like, this movie is less than 60 days away at this point. It's crazy. And this past week, first the poster. Yep. I guess we can start off by talking about the poster. Kind of some of the things that it shows, some of the things that it doesn't show, what that might mean, and then we'll talk about the trailer because I can't wait to talk about the trailer. So the poster, for the past year and a half, we've just had the Star Wars logo, Force Awakens, stars in the background, Christmas 2015. That's all that we've had. And then at D23, the Drew Struzan piece of art came out, and that was our first real look at Finn with a lightsaber. But that's really the only new thing that showed. But this new poster, and I mean, I guess we've both seen it. Maybe you'll pull it.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on the video.
But it shows a lot. While also looking like a classic Star Wars poster. Just, first of all, just initial thoughts when you looked at it. What did you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. I am gonna pull this up just so we can reference it. And look at
I will do the same. I know my initial thoughts as we're pulling it up were.
My first thought is Luke isn't there.
Yes. Well, my first thought was, wow, that looks exactly like classic Star Wars poster. I want that on my wall right now. And then I was like, okay, there's Rey, there's Kylo Ren. Where's Luke? Because we still have not seen. We hadn't seen Leia, so I gravitated. We've now seen her in the trailer. I was like, oh, there's Leia, and then I was like, but where the fuck is Luke? Like, they still haven't shown us Luke, and
Force Awakens poster. So we can specifically reference.
This is great video.
I know.
But anyway, yeah. So. Where is Luke? Let's just start off by talking about that.
Now I had there we go. One of the theories I had read about where Luke is that he, and this has changed since the trailer, and we have discussed a little bit.
Real
of this.
quick,
okay.
Before you even go, we should say that we have stayed away from spoilers for this movie. Anything that we say is either based on the poster,
the trailer, or speculation.
Or complete speculation.
I have not read it. I've read... The only things I have seen of this are the poster, the first teaser, the second teaser, and the trailer. I have seen nothing else. I know nothing else. I have stayed away from it probably more than you have.
Yeah.
So anything we say is all based on this poster, the new trailer, and speculation. Nothing else. We're not spoiling anything. If you don't even want speculation and want theories, then just a warning, that's what this is basically going to be.
Yeah.
Is kind of where we think it's going.
100%. Alright, so I have it open, you have it open.
Okay.
Alright, so the first thing that you have to see here, or that I noticed, is we have Kylo Ren and his lightsaber, and then Rey and her staff, kind of joining each other. Kylo Ren being the dominant force of this poster, and then Rey being central.
She's front and center on this.
Which greatly suggests that Rey is the central character of this. A lot of the marketing has been on Rey. It's been on John Boyega's character Finn, and it's been on a lot of the early stuff was Oscar Isaac's Poe Dameron or Dameron. We don't know how to
which
say
he's
that.
not very big in this.
Well, that's what I want.
Okay.
First thing, just talking about those primary three are new main characters, our new Luke, Leia, Han.
Okay.
Oscar Isaac had been all over. He was all over the D23 panel. He was all over the Star Wars Celebration panel. He's the only character out of them that even now with the trailer that we have not heard talk.
He wapooed.
True. But he's very tiny on this. Part of me is starting to wonder how big of a part Oscar Isaac truly plays in this film, or if he's more going to play a bigger role in 8 and 9.
Okay.
I think that this movie might really end up being a Kylo, Finn, and Rey story, plus whatever they do with Han Solo, Luke and Leia, and then I think that it's really going to be a passing of the torch then to this big three being what drives the franchise forward from 8 and 9, 10, 11.
Because as much as we love, Han, Luke, and Leia, they can't do this forever.
No, and I wouldn't expect it
and
to.
It's time to...
I think that this is very much going to be a crutch. I think that there's going to be, I think that we could talk about similarities already between J.J. Abrams' Star Trek and this, based off the trailer. But one thing that I think will definitely be similar is the way that he used Leonard Nimoy's Spock as an entry point for fans of the original and for fans of the new. And then, yes, he makes spoilers. He makes a small appearance in Into Darkness.
That's right.
But it's very tiny, and I would expect that to be a similar approach to whatever we get out of whoever survives Force Awakens from the original trilogy. I think that they're very much going to position this as BB-8 taking over for R2 and C-3PO as all of that. I think that they're definitely going to move past it. They're capitalizing on the nostalgia, and that's why this movie's going to be as huge as it is. But I think that they also want to make it not about them. They want to make this movie about the new characters so that that forward momentum, that growth, that money continues moving forward. But anyway, what do you think? We're saying that seeing Daisy Ridley's Rey in the center suggests that she's the main...
She's essentially the Luke Skywalker of this trilogy. She is the one that this is going to be based on. And what strikes me is, the way her staff and Kylo Ren's lightsaber are so together on this.
I think that can mean a few things. Initially, I see that, and I think that the conflict's going to be between them.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking the symmetry of it, them together. The fact that we know that Adam Driver is playing it, that he is a white actor, suggests to me that there might be more symmetry to their characters, that they might truly be related, which has been long speculation that I've had on my part, that Kylo Ren is not just some random guy, that she's not just some random girl. I think there's a very clear reason that we have never heard Rey's last name. And we've also been told, in the Entertainment Weekly article, that Kylo Ren is a Knight of the Ren, like the Jedis are Knights of the Jedi Temple.
Okay.
Ren is not his last name.
Gotcha.
I don't know what their last name is.
I wasn't even aware of that.
I don't know for sure that Kylo Ren is going to be related, but I think that there's some symmetry between them. And when we talk about the trailer, we'll talk a little bit more. But my initial thought after I looked at this all of whatever day it came out, Sunday, Saturday, whatever it was, part of me is really starting to think that Daisy Ridley's character is going to turn bad.
That's possible.
It's either that or she's going to be a Jedi. Because
that's kind of where
we keep seeing John Boyega, and even in this poster you see him with the lightsaber. I don't think that he has Force powers or any of that. I think that it is very much a ruse. That she's either the one that's going to end up with the lightsaber.
I have a feeling it's going to be her. Do we want to do it into the trailer, or we just stick with the poster for right now?
There's a couple other things I just want to point out.
Okay, sure.
We'll point them out real quick. Some things that we had never seen. This character that is, if you were to zoom in next to R2-D2, that little creature.
We've never...
My best guess is that is Lupita Nyong'o's character.
Okay.
We know that she's mocap. I believe that that's probably who that is. And then the other major thing that is a very dominant force in this poster is above John Boyega's head, this almost Death Star looking type thing. It looks like a Death Star.
Yeah. Whatever the new version of the Death Star is, or whatever they choose to.
And in the trailer, there's a aerial battle that happens in the snow that you see, and it looks like there is a cavern opening in the planet, much like you see this cavern opening there, as if the planet itself is the weapon. That could be speculation. Another little key thing, also, if you were to, this is the first Star Wars movie that Harrison Ford has built before Mark Hamill. If you look at the casting, Adam Driver's the first new addition to the cast on there. That's kind of interesting. We get Andy Serkis, we get Domhnall Gleeson, we get Anthony Daniels, obviously. We also get Max von Sydow, but Gwendolyn Christie, who is front and center above the Star Wars as Captain Phasma, is not.
Yeah, she's nowhere on there.
Which is also interesting. Another thing that people are pointing out just from the other side of things is if you look under the written by, it's written by Lawrence Kasdan and J.J. Abrams and Michael Arndt. A lot of the word was that Michael Arndt, who was the Toy Story 3 screenwriter, who was originally hired onto this, a lot of people, like when JJ came on, they kind of threw out his screenplay, so people, it's kind of surprising to see his name on it.
Yeah,
Still,
maybe they didn't throw out quite as much as
exactly
as they thought.
So really cool poster.
Yeah.
Can't wait to, it's going to have a place on these walls. But let's talk about the trailer.
Okay.
So the trailer debuted during Monday Night Football, which I'm sure you were stoked about.
Oh, I was thrilled.
There was a lot of funny memes and stuff about that going around. But it debuted during halftime. And what did you think about it?
I had no intentions of watching this trailer.
Okay.
I had seen the first 2 teasers, and I've tried to avoid as much as I can. I would have loved to go in this just totally blind and fresh and know nothing, and then I saw the trailers and I'm like, well, okay, well, what the hell, I'm just going to watch it. And I'm glad I did, because it's great. And we I've watched since then, and we rewatched it, prior to this, and I'm so excited for this movie. And I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm not like, I wouldn't say I'm probably on the level that you are a Star Wars fan. I love the movies, but I wasn't there on May the 4th and buying, or what was it, Star Wars Day?
4th,
yeah. September 4th for the toys. I haven't bought any of the toys yet or anything like that. But seeing this trailer, I was like, I'm glad that I got tickets for this opening weekend, and I am stoked to be there.
Yeah, I mean, this trailer, God.
There's just so much in it.
Yeah, there's so much to digest. We can go through some of it, but just quickly, obviously I love Star Wars, don't even need to talk about it, but the first and second teaser both, made me, swell with emotions watching them. And there's a brief moment in this trailer that sort of does the same thing almost every time I watch it, when it's about a quarter of the way through the trailer when the music swells and you see the Millennium Falcon flying through over the Jakku stuff that we've seen before. The way that the music, it's just so great. But besides that, there was no Chewie, we're home. There was no...
That shot of Millennium Falcon kind of coming through.
Going upside down in the first teaser. But it's amazing. And so the trailer opens up with Rey.
Yeah.
As a scavenger on, again, Jakku, not Tatooine as much as it looks like Tatooine. Odd. I still don't understand why it's just not Tatooine, but whatever. And it looks, if you had to guess, she's inside the Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
We see her go past in the second teaser. And we hear a voiceover. I would bet $1,000 that voiceover is Lupita Nyong'o's voice. Sounds like her. If you've seen her in interviews anytime since she won the Oscar. And just some of the stuff that we see in there. First thing that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Kylo Ren, his big moment in the trailer when he's looking at Darth Vader's helmet, which is smashed, and he says,
we assume he's looking at, we don't see a shot of both of them in that together. I thought of this last time we watched it. Is you see him looking down, like he's at a control panel almost, and then it cuts to a high shot or high angle of Darth Vader's helmet.
True.
So it's cut to make it look like he is, but I don't know if in that scene he necessarily is looking at Darth Vader's helmet.
True. It could be a complete throw off. But assuming that it is him with Darth Vader's helmet, and he's saying that I'm going to finish what you started.
Yeah.
If he is referencing Vader in that, this is part of what makes me think further that he is somehow, either he is part of the Skywalker family, or Daisy Ridley definitely is. Because what he started and what he's trying to finish on Vader's end, it doesn't make sense for that to be just what the Imperials were trying to do.
Yeah.
Because then it would be Palpatine.
Yeah.
Vader didn't start that. Vader didn't...
Sure.
Like, and the idea of, you know, if he really is like this Darth Vader worshipper, just on a... with no connection,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't quite make sense because Darth Vader turned good for him to just be bad.
Yeah.
So if what he's trying to finish is bringing over, like how in Return of the Jedi, Vader's goal was to bring Luke to the dark side.
Mm-hmm.
If his goal is to bring Rey to the dark side because
Yeah.
she's an ancestor of Luke or something like that, then, or maybe he's trying to bring Luke back to the dark side. We don't know what Mark Hamill does in this. Whatever it is, I think it is some sort of family connection, not
Mhm.
just the goals of the Imperials. And,
Yeah. I can see that.
but it is interesting. It might not even be him looking at Darth Vader's helmet. Maybe that is what Luke has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. At some point, it looks like another thing that makes me think that he is a Skywalker is there is that shot, and it is definitely. It's Kylo Ren, and then it whips around to Oscar Isaac's perspective, and you see Oscar Isaac.
Where he's like
Kylo
using
Ren,
the
he's
Force.
He's using, it looks like the Force to interrogate him.
Yeah.
If he was just some random guy, I don't think that he would
Have that.
the Force.
Or he's just trying it out.
Maybe.
Maybe this
doesn't.
I love Darth Vader, so maybe something will happen.
That would be. I don't know. I don't know if I see that how the movie goes. To go also to the Kylo Ren shot, I pointed out when we were watching it, but that is the first sign of a J.J. Abrams lens flare that we've gotten. There are a few things in this trailer that definitely have J.J.'s stamp on it. There's that, obviously, on a visual standpoint. And then the other point that just feels so J.J. Abrams is, in a good way. I like J.J. overall. We've talked about it. The scene where Finn is walking towards Oscar Isaac's character Poe, and then the camera whips around and goes the other way. Like, that movement is very J.J. I hope that this still does have his stamp on it.
Well, so far it definitely feels like a J.J. Abrams film from what we've seen, but it also still feels like
It feels very Star Wars.
Yes, it's very.
Yeah.
It's J.J. Abrams doing a Star Wars film.
Yes. And just as I hope Episode 8 is Rian Johnson doing his Star Wars film.
Yeah.
I hope that it both feels like a Rian Johnson film, and whatever a Colin Trevorrow movie is supposed to feel like.
It's in keeping with the.
Feels like. But yeah, very much also feels like that. And in the same way, I hope that the Star Wars spin-offs, Rogue One is the first one, I hope that those feel a little bit different.
Yeah.
I want them to take some chances with those. But to get back to the trailer, we see Leia for the first time, emotionally hugging Han.
Yeah.
Is it because they haven't seen each other in a long time? Is it because Han's going off on a dangerous mission? Is it because Chewbacca died? Is it because... I mean, there's that shot of Rey looking very sad, crying over something. What is she crying over? I had a friend text me, and he's like, the thing that she's crying in front of looks kind of furry. I haven't paused it there,
No, I didn't
but
pause
is it over Chewbacca? Is Chewbacca gonna die? I don't know. I really hope not. I don't know. I don't think that they're going to keep every old character alive in this. I really don't. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. We get no C-3PO.
Nope. We get a single shot of R2 and what we still assume is Luke. We don't know.
The robotic hand, the cloak, I'm pretty sure it is Luke. I'm pretty sure it is Mark Hamill. Has appeared in 2 trailers. We just don't definitely know that yet. What's he doing?
Well,
Why aren't they showing him?
I've been trying to figure this out. One theory that I had read from a buddy of mine was that he's really Kylo Ren. Which kind of...
I started thinking that on Sunday when I saw the poster, and seeing the part where Kylo Ren...
Yeah, you see him with Adam Driver's hair.
You see, and just the height, the lankiness. Mark Hamill is not that anymore.
Sure.
I don't know.
The one I thought I had after watching this trailer again is maybe he's like Yoda. Maybe he's sort of become...
Like he's gone into hiding.
He's gone into hiding. He's become like this just reclusive Jedi master, just sort of tucked away, and somehow throughout the thing, they're like, oh, they realize, Daisy Ridley's character is a Skywalker and they need Luke's help this guy who's obsessed with Vader, and maybe Luke's son, maybe a son, Skywalker.
Because we see the trailer open on Jakku
Mhm.
with her, it's an assumption that the movie's going to open on Jakku with her. You see that scene of her looking at the ship going up and looking, and it's so very Jim Kirk in the first J.J. Abrams one, looking at the Enterprise and wishing it could go up. Like that was one of the moments where I thought that. But clearly, Finn and her somehow meet on Jakku, and I hope that the reason that they also somehow something happens. We've seen them running away from an explosion, and somehow they end up in the Millennium Falcon with Han and Chewie. I hope that there's a good explanation why Han and Chewie are there. Or are they there because she is a Skywalker? And it's not really a secret. They just have kept it from us by not telling us her name or whatever. I don't know. I hope that there's a good reason that all these people ended up in the same spot. And it's not just like coincidence. It's a big universe that's literally a planet we've never heard about in anything Star Wars. So I hope there's lots of good reasons there. There's a part... There's that one part where it looks like Finn, Han, and Chewie are all being like taken prisoner, like they're like this. That would be the fourth straight Star Wars movie that Han and Chewie, or Han gets arrested in some way, taken car captured. So that would be funny to keep that up. It's amazing. What I love about this trailer the most, and I think that you'll agree, and how that you don't want to know things, is this is the final full trailer for the movie. It is double the length of the teasers, and it shows so much, and it leaves so much to speculation, and we still know nothing.
Yeah.
We still know nothing. We still have not seen anything.
They could have easily done one of those trailers where it's 3.5 minutes long and they show everything, but they still show a lot.
They show a lot, but
it's all so far out of context that you have no idea what the hell's going on.
You can't piece it together. We don't know what Max von Sydow is. We don't know what Andy Serkis's role in the story is.
Now, is he going to be? Have they said if his stuff is mocap or if it's?
No, I have no idea. All that we know is his name is Smoke, Supreme Chancellor Smoke, or something like that.
Okay.
Or Smock, or I think it's Smoke. S-M-O-A-K, I think. But is he? It sounds like a bad guy name. But
maybe.
What's Max von Sydow? Like I can't. I've tried thinking of it. I can't figure it out. One thing that I know that I hope is not happening is that they're somehow trying to bring Darth Vader back. There's a lot of speculation that they might do that because it's a cash cow. But why can't just Kylo Ren become that cash cow?
Yeah,
I really would really hate if...
I don't think they need that.
There was rumors going around that like somehow Hayden Christensen was going to come back. Like, are you kidding me? That's not happening.
But there's been zero confirmation about any of that. And if they're going to bring back anybody for Darth Vader, why would you bring back Hayden Christensen? That would make zero, unless you're doing a flashback to something in the prequels, which may make sense in the context of the film, but it's based on what we know doesn't. But there'd be no reason to bring back Hayden Christensen as a now aged Vader when everybody else is so old.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about the flashback thing. For me, there's never been flashbacks in a Star Wars movie, and I don't want them to start with that now.
There's no need to.
Yeah.
We got 3 flashbacks. The prequels.
Also, why would they waste a flashback when the whole spin-off movie could be whatever they're going to show?
That's true.
All I know is, like, I'm so excited for this movie. I think that we probably hit a lot of the big points of the trailer, right? It's still... We don't know what the threat is. We don't know what anyone's trying to achieve. It's so great. Like, it's...
I know.
This movie is like I said at the top, like it's real. It's happening. It's coming.
I remember when
we
this was
spent money on tickets.
Yeah, I got my tickets ready to go. I remember when this was just the thing. It was like, oh, Disney bought Star Wars, and we everyone speculated on what was going to happen, and now
we're all like, I remember, like that day. It's like Disney bought Star Wars. They're making 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9. And it was like, what? But then it's like that's like 4 years away. You don't even have to begin to start imagining.
And now it's here.
Now it's here. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to see
it. And we will, after we both see it, we'll definitely do a special episode.
Of course. Star Wars centric.
For that and talk about it. Is there anything else you want to cover from it? I mean, we can only sit here and speculate on stuff for hours.
It could be, you know, Luke the whole time is that's the only other thing that we have, we don't know what Luke's been doing. Like you said, it could be like a Yoda type thing. where he's just in hiding.
We have not, other than potentially that hand, we have not seen anything of Mark Hamill.
And it looks like Kylo Ren is in a position of power, so if he's been hiding from him because
Mm-hmm.
he's been tracking him down for a while, that would make sense.
Yeah.
The only reason, though, I still don't understand why you wouldn't show him at that
Mm-hmm.
point, because they're not keeping Mark Hamill a secret.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like supposed to be some big surprise, like, oh my god, Luke Skywalker's in it.
Yeah,
So they've been very
the first thing they did was send out a photo of the entire original cast.
Yes, we know that he's in it. He's talked about it. There's been interviews with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a secret. But so then, is it a visual reason that they're keeping him a secret?
Maybe.
Is it he's more robotic now than we thought, and they just don't want to reveal that, or is he clearly a Sith now? I mean, they don't want to ruin that. I mean, we know that Mark Hamill can play villain well. Obviously, his role's the Joker. He shows up in Flash as a villain. He does that well. I can't fathom why they're not showing us that. Maybe it's just to keep the conversation going.
That could be too. But I mean, would you really leave him off of the main poster just to keep the like? I feel like there's a bigger reason. As soon as we see it, we're gonna realize like this is why. But I don't. When you have the main poster and it's got everybody in it, I don't think you leave him off of just to keep the conversation going. There is either a good plot reason he's not in there, or a, like you said, like an appearance thing, something that we want him to be as big a surprise as possible of what he's doing and what he's up to.
Yeah. Well, December 17th, we'll find out. So I guess that's going to do it for our Star Wars discussion. Let us know what you thought of the trailer and the poster. Obviously, I think everyone's excited for this at this point. Like, my mom is excited for this movie at this point. But let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, leave a comment below. Tell us what you... Yeah.
But yeah, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Subscribe to the channel. I'm on Twitter at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
And the channel is on Twitter at OABeer_official. You can also email us at overabeerofficial@gmail.com. And yeah, if you want to keep doing this kind of stuff, share it with your friends, comment, we'll reply back, and we'll talk to you guys about Star Wars or anything else pop culture we've talked about.
Absolutely. But cool. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.